watching Fraser Focus. With housing prices and rental costs at a premium in the lower mainland, affordability for a spacious home is becoming unattainable. Millennials are coming up with creative solutions.
So this is kind of how you get the space, just as these little squares. And you can build up your walls. We've got all the electrical drops in place already.
So something that MakerCube provides is studio spaces where people that don't have the garage space or the office space in their own home, due to a lot of downsizing, they can have their own creative space to work out of here where they can bring in a lot of material or their own equipment and have their designated creative space to do work.
If you've seen all the studios in the space, some of them look very similar, and then there's a bunch of them that are completely unique. This is one of the members of the space, and he's doing some aquaponic systems.
So cool.
Yeah, the idea being is that he's using the wastewater from the fish tanks to fertilize plants down below. So if you can't build it yourself, we'll help you we have some that are pre-made. But some people really have specific needs for wall height and their entry point or desks.
So I think this used to belong, this was like a jewelry piece, but I'm gonna make it into a button.
What do you live in right now?
I would say in like apartment I share it with my parents.
There's only so much space.
Yeah, and I think that it gets in the way because I do a lot of art installations.
So 2-bedroom, 3 people.
Yeah.
Not a lot of space.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with all this stuff unless you squish it beside your bed?
Yes, that's
right?
exactly what was
You
happening.
probably did that, yeah.
We're just here to kind of eliminate all the barriers when it comes to expressing yourself creatively.
And then there's classes as well.
Yes, so we believe in fostering education.
So this dusty beach right here.
We try to incorporate all different types of fabrication, whether it's woodworking, metalworking, or some of the more modern tools like 3D printing, laser cutting, and electronics fabrication.
So
This was the whole reason we needed this space, right?
exactly. So we wanted a space that was big enough to accommodate a bunch of people making at once.
Is this laser?
That was done on a laser, yeah. I had just made a bed frame for us. We have a little 700 square
And
foot
meanwhile,
apartment.
it fell apart.
No,
just kidding.
it did fine. But this was before I found MakerCube, that I made this bed frame at home in our tiny little apartment using like a hand Dremel. So it was a pain in the butt. It was a nightmare to get that done, but it worked. It was fine, but it was like we need to find another solution.
But it was a one-time only
one-time thing.
Okay.
One-time thing for sure.
Measure, twick, cut once.
For a lot of people, it's like everyone's moving into smaller and smaller residences. You know, they're moving into condos and apartments where they don't have the space. Usually a garage and a workspace is the first place to go.
I mean, ideally, your wife and you would have a giant home and you'd have a big workshop in your house.
Oh, that'd be the dream.
But
that'd be the dream.
why not?
You can't afford that. Who can afford that, right? To have a space like this where you can have your community living and then find a place where you can do community workshop, it's great.
Realizing that it wasn't just us experiencing the struggle, it was a lot of people, a lot of millennials, a lot of our friends who couldn't buy the homes that they wanted. And then that's how we kind of discovered the maker movement and how maker spaces are becoming the solution for millennials.
There are approximately 40 studios in total, and about half of those are available for rent. I'm Leah Bolton, you're watching Fraser Focus. Stay with us.